Hey, this is Mike here at theeverydaygeeks.com, here to show you some of our favorite apps and my personal faves. Basically, I'm just going to show you one of the other apps that I mentioned on theeverydaygeeks.com, and it's called Air Display. Basically, Air Display, is going to allow you to more or less use your iPad, okay, as a secondary display. For those who've ever used, a dual display setup, with their PC. Let's just get right into it. Let me show you what it is. Let's get into this iPad here. Okay, and here we have Air Display. Okay, so we're just gonna hit that. Okay, and this is basically what the home screen looks like on Air Display. Now, for the most part, if you're installing Air Display for the first time, you're going to see this with the instructions here. It's made by a company called Avatron. But since I've already done it, we're going to go over to my Mac here. Once you install it, you're going to see, this little icon right here. Okay, right here. Okay, and that is your Air Display icon. So once you've already synced it up with your Mac or your PC, okay, you'll get that little icon. But for the most part, you would just go onto the internet, you would enter this address, and then you'd be ready to go with Air Display. But let's show you how it works, more or less. Basically, once you turn on your iPad, okay, and you sync up the Air Display, every time you have to type in, okay, the above, information. Since I've already done this before, okay, I'm just going to show you what it is. Okay, and this is the screen that you're going to get taken to, when it's that time. Okay, so I'm just going to go here. Okay, and we're just going to go ahead and click on Cheap Geek's iPad. Okay, and then what you're going to see happen is you're now going to see your iPad change to the default wallpaper. Let's put this in landscape mode. Okay, your default wallpaper. Okay, and then you're going to see it sync up with your Mac. Now, as of right now, it still looks pretty much the same, but here's where it kind of gets a little bit cool. Okay, now I'm going to take, let's say, I'm going to open up this, this internet page, right, of the same page that we were just looking at, for instance. All right, and I'm basically going to move this page. Let me move this iPad over because I work from left to right. But okay, and let me show you how this really works. Okay, so let's say I want to take this page here and I want to do something else. Right, so I'm just going to minimize this just a little bit, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to drag it from here to there. Okay, then while that's sitting there, okay, I'm going to come back to my Mac, and let's say, I just want to open up iTunes. All right, I can actually use iTunes here. Okay, and use it here. Okay, while I can still use this here. Now here is, my cursor, and I'm going to move it from here, and you can see it right here. Okay, back and forth. So I'm going to take this, okay, and I'm just going to right click, and I'm just going to bring it back onto my MacBook. And this is Air Display. Okay, AIR Display. It's made by a company called Avatron. Okay, and you can get this right from, of course, the App Store. Okay, for about $19.99. I believe it's $19.99. And it's a really cool app for those who want a little bit of extra productivity and a second display. Okay, so when you're ready to disconnect from it, okay, then you just go right here to your iPad, to your Mac, I'm sorry, and then you say turn Air Display off, and then your iPad slowly but surely goes back to normal. Okay, you just hit your home button and you're back to your normal screen. Okay, and that's Air Display. Okay, really cool app, one of my personal faves. Check it out. You can use this as a jailbroken app and install this. But of course, you'll be subjecting yourself to not being able to update and take advantage of the full software in its entirety. And of course, I'm a big proponent of, if you like a software, just buy it. Okay, but for those who choose to go the installers jailbroken route, you can find it there in installers. But again, if you like a software, buy it. Okay, this is Mike at the Everyday Geek.